Wilson Morales from Black Film TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
Welcome,
Hi,
Cliff. How are
good. How
you?
are you?
Hey, you happen to be in a Clint Eastwood movie. Not everybody can say that. What went into saying yes to taking on the project besides his name? Tony?
When I got offered this job, honestly, I was like, I don't care what the script is, I'm doing it. And then I read it and I was like, oh my God, this is like a proper part. I get to do things.
Yeah.
And then you turn up on set and you suddenly, his face is so familiar. He's such a living legend. And, despite the fact that we're all focused and doing our thing, we talked about it earlier, you catch yourself just going, oh my God, it's Clint Eastwood, it's still, I just can't believe I did it. And I get to have had this experience in my life. I'm so grateful.
It's magic.
What about you, Nicholas?
I mean, first of all, I was just shocked that Clint Eastwood knew who I was when they called to say he wants you to be in a movie. I mean, but then same as you, if they'd called and been like, "Hey, Clint wants you to go clean his toilet," I'd have been like, "Great, sure. I'll be there, no worries." So then to read the script and discover this kind of really complex moral tale that he was, weaving, I was like, this is going to be a really interesting film, and he creates such a wonderful atmosphere on set. And also has such an aura about him as a person and such a charm and wit that it was just a very special experience.
Mm-hmm.
Each of you have had your share of projects, but when you're working with Clint, is there anything you're learning from him as a director that you can take on to whatever project you do next?
I don't think I've ever worked with a director who trusts themselves so much. That's what really struck me. His knowledge is so intrinsic and deep. And he surrounds himself with people that he knows he can trust, and he just allows things to flow. And that sense of, I've never known that level of confidence. It made me feel more comfortable.
But without ego as well.
No ego, no. And he's the most humble, hilarious, dedicated, beautiful person. And he just allows everything to unfold without force, but also with focus and knowing what he wants, but kind of just, there's so much allowance.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful vibe, honestly.
I think that's that allowance is a beautiful way of putting it. I'm someone that if you told me we could do 1,000 takes, I would keep doing it, and people would be like, he's doing it the same every time, but I'd be like, no, I can do it better. So that was something that I really learned from him, with doing one, maybe 2 takes was something where he trusts it.
Yeah,
he's giving the story space and the character space and time and allowance for the audience. So it's kind of one of those where you go, okay, I can start to trust that as well.
Yeah, and I noticed in watching the movie, I could remember not pushing, but making more of moments. He always chose the simplest version, and I think that's Clint.
When you do a movie like this, do you now have a new perspective for those of a prosecutor or a juror and what they have to go through when they get called upon to be on jury duty?
Oh, it's a complex web. There's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure and a lot of emotion, and we're all coming at all of these, you want the justice system to be completely fair and each trial to be just, but at the same time, there's every single person coming in as a juror or a prosecutor or a defense or whoever it might be has their own personal life and opinions and emotions towards what's happening. And I think as humans, that's what's always difficult for us to unravel, is how we feel about something and the truth of something.
You guys got it done. Congrats on the roles. You're in an Eastwood film. We're happy to see that. I'll talk to you guys down the road on your next projects.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Take it easy. Bye.